Hello my people, in today's video you shall see actually how a boy called Joseph Nwokocha derived the discriminant of this almighty formula that is being represented in this as a function. Alright, it shows that we are applying the rule of derivative. I was one that really introduced this years back. Okay, I used it a few days back, okay, in one of my videos. Alright, so now what baffles me actually it's not the differentiation, because I was one that really thought about it very much back, years back. But this boy actually used a very short method to get the discriminant, okay, b squared minus 4ac. Whereas in my own method, which I posted in my last video, actually went through a long word process, okay. So I really commend this boy called Joseph Nwokocha, okay. Now let us do this, okay. We have a squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, call it equation 1. Now let us solve for let us take c to the right hand side. We have a squared plus what, bx equals to minus c, call it equation 2. Second step, let us set y equals to what, a squared, that is the left hand side of equation 1. A squared plus what, bx plus c, okay, such that if I take each first derivative, I will have y prime of x equals to 2ax plus what, b. Alright, now call this equation 3. The next thing that you have to do is to what, square both sides of what, equation what, 3. Now when you square the both sides, you have y prime of x all squared equals to 2ax plus b all squared. Alright, equation 4. Now, what do you have to do from this equation 4? You have to what? Expand the right hand side, binomial of equation 4. You have y prime of x all squared equals to, if I expand this binomial here, I will have 4a squared x squared plus 4abx plus b squared. That is the square of this, okay? So now, the boy Joseph Nwokocha really did something so marveling, man. So, we have y prime of x all squared equals, so he factorized here, okay. I'm taking this one out and factorize this using 4a as a factor. In my own method, I multiply the general quadratic equation by 4a, but at this juncture, he really factored it out, man. That guy was great. Alright, I really need to give him kudos, because it is not easy. When someone does the work, please try to give him kudos, okay? You don't just come and claim that this work belongs to you. Of course, it doesn't. Now, I factor out 4a divided by 4a squared s squared. I'm left with a s squared. 4a cancel 4abs. I'm left with what? bs. I close the bracket plus b squared. Now, watch from equation 2. Do you see a squared plus bs is equal to minus c? The same thing that we have in this bracket here, right? So it's a very simple thing. Just substitute in place of a squared plus bx. Okay, just put what? The constant there minus c. That just is, okay? That's a rule in mathematics, okay? So now we have y prime of what? X all squared is equals to 4a bracket minus c plus b squared, such that y prime of x all squared is equal to, I expand this to have minus 4ac plus b squared. Do you know, I've really gotten the formula. Let me clean this. Okay? This is very wonderful. Come on. Esamnofu, hope you're enjoying this. Okay? Then I have y prime of x all squared equals to b squared minus 4ac. Do you see how this boy Joseph Nwokocha really really derived or got the discriminant, okay, which is b squared minus 4ac. In my own way, it was a very long process, okay. Of course, you witnessed that in my last video, right? But this is very short. Don't you think so? I think so. So at this juncture, I take the square root of both sides, okay, which gives me y prime of else equals to plus or minus the root of what? B squared minus what? 4ac. Do you see? This and this are now the same. Do you see how this formula was actually derived? You don't just come and say and from the quadratic equation, from the quadratic formula, Euclid fraction, and tell me that that doesn't make sense. Okay, this is actually how I derived this is actually how this boy got his own discriminant. Okay, I myself have a way I derived my own discriminant, all right, which involves a lot of expression. I expanded and took like terms to reduce them to this word b squared minus 4ac. So please, my dear, you don't just come and say that you introduce this or introduce that. Okay, let us try to give kudos to who that kudos or accolade fits. In this case, I give this guy called Joseph Wokocha, a small boy that is still drawing. All right, the kudos of especially bringing a very short method you can use to derive the b squared minus 4ac. This makes his own method different from my own method. My own method is different. We all apply differentiation, but the way we got the discriminant is what matters. Please get that point. Okay, so you can now know that y prime of x is what? 2ax plus b, right? Where is it? Okay, from the general, if you want to leave it this way, you leave it this way. If you don't want, from our third equation, y prime of x is equals to what? 2as plus what? B. Simple. You can just substitute this in place of what? Y prime of x, okay? And solve for what? X. That's all. That becomes the almighty formula. What do you think? Please comment and share this video, okay? So it goes viral. Follow my page for more videos, alright? Thank you for watching.